I think might actually. I'm not sure if it'll be able to break an Angel loop, but Rob has an Olivia Voldaren. That is a card that has definitely has the potential to be pretty solid against an Angel Serenity. If it can steal his opponent's copies, that might be able to accomplish something. But um, you see, there's also a Singleton Restoration Angel in Rob's deck, and we saw that be able to blink in a Crater Hoof Behemoth a couple times.
Well, I think the one thing that you're going to see today, especially in this matchup, is they're going to eventually get to the point where they're going to be able to just hard cast these spells just because of the fact that they get so much mana out there. If you watched the coverage yesterday, there have been plenty of times where there have been 10 plus mana on the board for both players, making this really a wide open format to be able to cast those spells even without using Unburial Rites as you would think they would.
So Eric's going to start off with a turn 1 Faithless Looting.
Okay, they'll take him down to 18.
Discarding, I believe we're going to have a discard of Unburial Rites, I'm sorry, Lingering Souls and Gristlebrand. Rob's turn, he's going to just play tap Temple Garden.
We are going to work on getting Eric's cards up on the screen so you can see what he threw in the bin with Faithless Looting. Okay, looks like Grizzlebrand and probably an Angel right there.
There's a Lingering Souls.
Oh, was it Lingering Souls? Okay. Alright.
Alright, 2 more life from Eric for Overgrown Tomb. And we're going to need to see. Here comes a Mulch, Milling Angel, Serenity, Faithless Looting, and netting Eric 2 lands. So an excellent mulch for Eric.
This is definitely the way Eric wants to start right away. Out of the box. Sure, he's down to 4 life, but he now has so many targets for him in his graveyard, including the ability to loot twice if he chooses to. Okay, Rob now looks like he's going to mulch. Yeah, we mentioned that yesterday as the old school mulch.
I think it's a Clifftop Retreat for his Rebels, and he puts a Lingering Souls and an Angel Serenity in his graveyard. So a good start for both players. We might see this match take a while.
Looks like he has a Grizzly Savage there. He'll just pass turn. Okay, both these guys have no issues with land so far, each of them hitting their land drops. It looks like, I believe Eric has another land potentially in his hand there. Go through that real quick, or that's for sure Centaur Healer. Alright, pass his turn.
One thing Rob might have trouble with, he has in Clifftop Retreat that might...
Okay, well now he hits his Unburial Rites.
Yeah, the only card he can take realistically there is Centaur Healer.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to take the Angel Serenity, and the rest of the cards that he hit were spells.
Okay, well there's the 4th land. He now can Burial Rites his Angel if he chooses to, or Grizzlebrand. Yeah.
There's not much.
There's no value for the Angel.
Right. So Grizzly Salvage from Rob as well.
No.
And all right, here we go.
Wow.
Let the games begin.
2 Unburial Rites right there. Beautiful. Exactly. So he will pull out an Angel this turn potentially. Yep, there's the Angel he shows him. Okay, we know.
So both players with pretty much ideal draws, and now it's going to be a race to develop the mana.
Okay, we know that Rob has at least 2 more mana in his hand, so he can go up to 6. There's the Angel.
Burial Rites. It's gonna. Eric's gonna pay 7. The casual draw 7s.
I'm glad to see that Grizzlebrand's getting a little play here. It was a well-hyped card in the beginning, and now it's doing a number of these Reanimator decks.
Yeah, so Rob only chose the Grizzlebrand. I'm not sure what else is in Rob's graveyard that he could have returned to his hand, but alright.
Okay, he will hardcast Angel, which will grab the other Angel, put... Okay, he's showing his hand. I don't think he had anything else in the graveyard to target.
He did not. He does have a Faithless Looting and a Lingering Souls and an Unbearable Rights, so he needs to put something in the graveyard, but he's definitely going to have ways to do that. Eric down to 9 life, but discarding the hand size.
That's where Grizzlebrand will head back to the yard to be able to give him another quality target, another Lingering Souls. So he's got 2 Lingering Souls, a Grizzlebrand.
All the Faithless Lootings he could want. I don't imagine those being flashbacked anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, Eric has 7 cards. He's already discarded anything he's wanted to discard. Is Eric smartly just keeping all his lands in his hand? That's basically what matters in this match. You could see that neither player is going to run away with this game, even though Eric did, pretty much the most powerful thing he can do. He had his best draw.
Yes.
Well, that's reanimate Grizzlebrand on turn 4, Angel of Serenity on turn 5.
Yeah, there's no argument with that as being quality play. Okay, we're back. For those of you just joining us, this is the semifinals of the Star City Games Open Series in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Robert Martin, joined by Adam Prozac. We have Eric, Fred, and Rob Vaca playing the 4-color Reanimator Mirror. Not the exact same 75, but pretty close. Right now, Eric, Fred, for the recapping real quick, played a turn 3 Grizzlebrand, which was met back by an Angel of Serenity, which Eric the next turn precedingly played an Angel of Serenity back at him on that one. And we're going to Rob here, who's going to drop Lingering Souls. Those tokens out there.
So he's going to hardcast a Lingering Souls. The fact that he's not flushing it back probably means that Rob has a second Grizzly Salvage in his deck. If I'm Rob, yeah, just take the 5 here.
Okay, Centaur Healer here, potentially. There it is. Get back some of that life that he lost from using Grizzlebrand for the 7, along with using 2 of his lands that he... 2 of his pain lands to get the mana for that.
Okay, so Lingering Souls from Eric as well. Responds with a Grizzly Salvage from Rob. Gives him all the life linkers he could want. He has a Centaur Healer, a Thragtusk, a Grizzlebrand, and 2 lands. I'd actually take a land. I think that's what you do in this matchup.
Looks like
he took a Thragtusk.
Yeah.
But at some point he's going to be able to get those Thragtusks all the hand. Like, he can recur Thragtusk indefinitely once he gets to Angel mode, and I actually think he just wants land. Unless Rob has like 3 or 4 lands, I would take a land there.
Okay, he's gonna look through his yard.
Looks like Grizzlebrand will be coming into play. But even then, it's not that great of a target, considering Eric has Unbearable Rights and Angel Serenity in place, so he may not. Grizzlebrand may not be good enough for Rob here. But maybe something you could do is actually go for a kill and try and find. Yeah, I don't like this play. This play is just going to get his board swept and take a huge attack from. The one way this would make sense, and I don't believe I see it, would be as if Rob actually had a Angel of Serenity in his hand, and he's trying to catch Eric with 2 angels in play.
Okay, well,
but even then, Eric has a 3rd angel in hand, so I would imagine that we see flashback on Unbearable Rights on Angel of Serenity, When this Angel Serenity comes into play, it'll at least take. Ooh, that's a really interesting play.
He's just going to take all three.
Eric's actually double checking. If Rob had another reanimation target in his graveyard, you would actually just put it under the Angel Serenity so he couldn't reanimate it.
Aha. All right, so he will swing in for.
We have 10. 5 from the Angel, 3 from the Centaur Healer, 2 from the Spirits. Rob's at a precarious 5 life. He really needs an Angel Serenity. He drew Olivia, but I don't think that's gonna get him out here. He might be able to buy himself a turn or two if he just casts 3 copies of Lingering Souls or so. He has 2 in his graveyard. If he can, even casting the 2 and doing something else to develop his board, maybe a Centaur Healer, something like that would be an excellent turn for Rob. And then that would buy him the time to start angeling. I don't think Thragtusk, maybe Thragtusk plus Lingering Souls might be an option for him. But he is facing down 2 Angel Serenities.
Well, he will take 2 then only because he can use those Lingering Souls to block the Angels, use the Thragtusk to kill the Centaur Healer, and then take 2 if he chooses to do it. Okay, Vault of the Archangel he plays.
However, I don't think Rob knows this, but Eric does have a 3rd Angel Serenity in his hand, so he might actually just be dead here.
Like you said, this is going to be Angel Wars.
Oh wow. Okay, so what Rob's plan is to use his Vault of the Archangel to Death Touch away. The Vault of the Death Touch away the Angels. Dissuade Eric from attacking, but I think Eric's actually just going to win this game. Like, this is much quicker than I thought it would be. I guess when one side wins, one side plays the first Angel, and the other side plays the next 3 Angels.
Yeah.
Then that's one way the game can end quickly. And yeah, Rob packs him up, and we're off to game 2.
Okay. This is kind of the same board state I saw in Eric's match when I was watching previously. He was playing against, I think I said a John deck, where the guy had 2 Thragtusks out there, and so and his life total was so high, and one Angel comes out, takes care of the Thragtusk. Another Angel comes out, takes care of all of his threats. Okay, we do have a trivia question here. For those of you that are at home watching this morning, you can win 6 months.
Wow.
Of Star City Games Premium.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Writers like Brian Kibler, Todd Anderson now, who's on that side right now. But we do have a trivia question. When you make the correct answer, it's to SCG Premium, which is right there on our screen. The question for 6 months of premium: what premium writer just got into the Hall of Fame and received his ring this weekend?
It's kind of an unfair question. If they don't read premium, they can't know who it is. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Yes.
Well, if you would like to read this person, you should find out who this person is.
Yes.
And tweet us the answers to #SCGPremium. And then we'll give you 6 months premium. And then you can read this newly inducted Hall of Fame member.
Yeah, and see some of the most innovative stuff out there.
Yeah.
There you go. Also, he gets a preview card, which ends up being on the free side, which he always does a wonderful article about. So, and congratulations to one of the newest Hall of Famers of the 2012 class. I think well-deserved. As said by numerous people in the past, there have been very few people that have given as much to Magic for his passion for the game, for his ability to reach out to players of all levels. Over time, how things have changed for him. This year for him has been a phenomenal year. Hall of Fame election, gets a great job in Colorado, gets engaged this year. He's living the dream. There isn't really much more you can ask for a year outside of maybe winning the Pro Tour this weekend, which didn't happen, but still.
So we look at sideboards. Both players have 2 copies of Deathrite Shaman. One of the secret, very nice cards of the weekend. And in addition, Eric has a Rakdos Charm, which can exile a graveyard, and Olivia Valderin. He also has a Devil's Play, which may or may not come into play. And also, I've not played the Reanimator Mirror too much to know what kind of value Sever the Bloodline might provide. Both players have the ability to sideboard another one. Rob has one copy in his main as well. So they both have access to 2 if they so desire.
Okay, as we've seen that with Eric's basically amazing draw and the ability to go Faithless Looting, to be able to hit turn 4 Grizzlebrand, turn 5 Angel, which basically put that Rob did not get the cards in his graveyard that he wanted. He did get 1 Angel, but never hit any of his other targets. You thought maybe that Thragtusk could have gone in the graveyard, but I don't think that could have. I don't know how. I mean, it would have been the right play, but I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, because he needed another Angel or something like that to be able to come back from it. Looks like Rob maybe looks like going to 6 potentially here.
Yeah, we are definitely shuffling up as players start to slowly fill the hall up.
Yeah, it's this time of the morning, especially if you're someone who comes to these events to sell cards or buy cards. This is probably the best time to do it. If you came here and watched, you're here at all on Saturday, it was basically non-stop for those guys at the guys and girls over at the trade table, buy and sell table for them. Just, it was incredible. I a couple times wanted to say hi to Nick Spagnola, and he had a line of people every time I went out there. So, you know, you come to an event, you not only get a chance to play in standard, standard and legacy, but you have the ability to do lots of side events. There were tons of them going on yesterday. There'll be tons more going on today. You can sell cards, buy cards, basically do anything you want while you're here. Okay, so Rob goes turn 1.
Deathweight Shaman, I should say.
There we go.
Yep. Deathweight Shaman it is from Rob.
Let's see if Eric can counter back with his own. That Deathweight Shaman can stick around and can do some work for him. Turn 2 Mulch. There we go. Faithless Looting, Angel, Mulch. Okay.
And Overgrown Tomb goes to Rob's hand. One unfortunate thing about Deathweight Shaman is that actually in Mulch, it actually can't function as a Birds of Paradise via Mulch, since you have to put all the lands in your hand.
Yes. Okay, turn 2, that looks like his version of Mulch coming back, or Grizzly Salvage.
Nope, Mulch it is.
Okay. Dreadbore.
That's an interesting, but I guess if you know your opponent's going to have Deathweight Shaman, then Dreadbore gains a lot of value.
Yeah, Rob has 2 of them in his main deck. Eric has 2 in the sideboard he brought in, so. Alright, so.
And then I believe discard?
Yeah.
Because I like to see what Eric discards. He's being quite the meanie face and getting his cards just outside him. So
you can't cast not Grizzly Savage. He does not have a black source. Oh, we had this happen yesterday. All right, now he does have a black source.
Both players caught it, in a reasonable time frame. So he's just gonna play his Overgrown Tomb and pass the turn.
All right. Looks like we have 2 Lingering Souls in his hand, along with 1, 2, 3, I believe 3 mana sources for Eric.
Okay, so
Lingering Souls.
I believe that's what we'll see. Yep. Well, Lingering Souls might be a reasonable piece. I actually think the it's one of the weaker cards. This matchup, it just gets trumped so easily.
Okay, well, he now hits his Unburial Rights.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we had an Angel in there, so next turn...
There's not... Yeah.
The next turn he does, we will be seeing the Angel to come out to wipe out those 2 tokens.
Not sure I would play the Angel here. You saw what happened to the Rob the first game when he played his Angel first.
Okay.
He's gonna flashback Faithless Looting.
He's gonna make sure he has 2 Angels in the graveyard. Is what you're trying to say?
Something along those lines.
There's the Angel right there.
Yeah, those are the Angels. Discarding 2 Angels for Rob. So, and then also, if I was Rob, I'd actually he's gonna do it on upkeep. He's gonna activate the Deathrite Shaman for the block ability. That removes an instant or sorcery and deals, or not deals 2 damage. Each opponent loses 2 life. So Eric no longer has access to his Lingering Souls, and he is down 2 life in the process.
Yeah, Eric's gonna have to come up with some sort of answer because everything he dumps in the graveyard, unless he gets multiple targets in the graveyard, he's gonna eat them up quickly. Now he can get the 5 to hardcast the Unburial Rights, but he's not anywhere near it right now. He can get to 4 next turn. Okay, we see 3 Angels in his graveyard?
Just 2.
Oh, just 2, okay. Thrag Tusk in hand. Oh,
Oh,
he's got 3. He does have 3,
The
okay.
bottom card is, not fully fan the bottom card.
It does look like he has Sever the Bloodline in his hand. Eric flashed real quick there.
It actually might be better spent on this Deathrite Shaman, assuming Eric has more mulches and things along those lines. Yep, and that's what Eric does.
I can't imagine when Sever the Bloodline was first made that they would have thought it would have hit a little tiny Deathrite Shaman.
Sure, I mean, that's what creature removal does.
I
It kills
know.
any creatures.
But very effective it is right there. Okay, here we go.
Flashback on Vera Rights. Angel Serenity. Put his Angel Serenity under... Put a second copy so he's got protection from Eric's future Angels. And then he also wipes out the 2 tokens.
And there's Grizzlebaron right there. Okay, 2 mulch. Hitting land, Faithless Looting.
Yeah, so quite the mulch for Eric, assuming he wanted lands. Even then, he has the opportunity to play one of those lands and then flashback the Faithless Looting if he so desires. Looks like he might just Lingering Souls, however. I would actually like to see Eric discarding his Lingering Souls more. It's more efficient flashback. It's 2 mana versus 3.
Yes.
And it's also not one of the more powerful things that he can be doing this matchup. I would have actually preferred to see take a hit from the Angel and then start flashing back Lingering Souls. So this is definitely a chump from Eric.
He's going to hardcast Threadpass here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll put Rob back up to 21 life.
Yeah, I'm not sure if players have enough to side out, but the Thragtusk Centaur Healer Lingering Souls part of each player's deck is not particularly potent, especially the Centaur Healer. I would imagine neither player has Centaur Healer in their deck anymore. And like Lingering Souls is still like a reasonable card from the graveyard, but only from the graveyard. So yeah, Olivia comes down from Eric. Really would threaten to take over this game, but you can see Rob's hand. There's a Sever the Bloodline as his first card. So
and an Unburial Rights.
Yeah, he just drew the Unburial Rights. So he could. Rob, I would probably choose to sever the Olivia as opposed to Angel it, but Angel's a reasonable play just to put more lethal into play.
Okay, he is going to go hard cast on Burial Rites.
Yep.
Swinging for 10, taking him down to 1. Well, definitely sees, it seems like in this 4-color reanimator match, if you have, amazingly if we talk about lack of tempo, but the tempo is based on the mulches, the faithless lootings, the grisly salvages. That is the tempo.
Well, perfect draws from Eric. He Grizzly salvaged into Angel Serenity and Umbrella Rights. Going to take a land. I might actually like taking the actual Angel itself, unless Eric has either another Angel in his hand or he does not have an untapped 7th land.
Okay.
So, even then, I actually think Eric is dead, even if he actually does have to flashback on Barrow Rights, yeah, so he's got a flashback on Barrow Rights on the Angel. Take Rob's 3 targets. And then he still has to flashback a Lingering Souls, I believe. Even then, that doesn't do it, because that's the Olivia should be in Eric's hand.
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, I know why he doesn't want to.
Okay.
Is he gonna?
So he's thinking about doing additional cards with his Angel, but I don't think that's going to be effective for him. You can't do the Rob's Angel because then Rob has his own a 3rd Angel for him under it.
All right, so Lingering Souls, flashback, gets him 2 tokens.
I believe Sever the Bloodline is just going to finish this game off. Play it on the tokens and attack for. You can only block 1 of the creatures, and we're off to a game 3.
Okay, Eric, Fred, Rob, Vaca, 1-1, game 3, 4-color reanimator. Again, both these matches have been defined by who can
make more Angels, basically.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but by getting their mulches and Grizzly Savages and Faithless Loonies, set up that graveyard as quickly as possible to be able to go from there. In a normal match, these guys aren't going to be able to do this because there's enough graveyard hate in Sideboards to make it a little more challenging than this, because both of them can just go out there and start swinging. And Sever the Bloodline has seemed to be quite the answer for both of them. I mean, Eric played it on a Deathrite Shaman. Rob played it on the tokens, which allowed him to go through for the win. So we are to game 3 here. Eric will be on the play. Down to 6.
So basically, there's not a ton of graveyard hate in the format yet, but I feel like with Reanimator being one of the predominant strategies in the format, we've seen Reanimator deck in the finals. It's going to at least make the finals of each Open. There's one in Cincinnati Open, a junk Reanimator deck, just a 3-color Dan Jordan last week. One of these players is going to make the finals this week. So it's definitely a threat to be had, and maybe we should see an uptick to,
Ground Seal? I mean, if you're playing, Jund can cover it because it's 1 and a green, allows you to draw a card, which you could use.
The problem with Ground Seal is that it only counters 1 card. It only counters the actual Burial Rights. You could still flashback Lingering Souls, Faithless Looting. You can still flashback cards. Something like if you want to really get after them, Grafdigger's Cage.
Yes.
That's one of the better ones. And Deathrite Shaman is one that has a lot of different applications.
Tormod's Crypt is available if you want to come in and play it, instantly take out their graveyard. There are some options.
You have plenty of options. Just a matter of way decks capable, like Grafdigger's Cage and something like Rest in Peace would affect both players.
Yes.
So you can't use it yourself. And with the powerful flashback cards in Innistrad block, a lot of decks want to use it themselves. Alright, so we have Mulligan for 6 to Rob, and looks like a keep from Eric.
Looks like he has 3 lands. I believe that might have been a Faithless Looting in his hand. As you can see, that's our table judge there for the semifinals. I don't know how much time you get to spend talking to the judges, but the judges always seem to have some of the best stories at events. They were talking about a little joke that they played on one another at a previous event at a GP, and it was kind of interesting just how they had a clerical error on their sheets, and it showed a different round. They had just got done with round 5. They were going into round 6. He left to go on a small break, and the sheets came out round 7, and all the sheets went out as round 7, and he came back from the short break, came in, and one of the ladies came into him and said, "Do you realize now it's round 7? And he looks at his score sheet, and his face just went pale because he thought he missed an entire round when he was supposed to be gone for a little bit. Okay, Eric, land, go. Obviously, does not have the Deathrite Shaman for turn 1, where
Rob has a
Faithless Looting. All right, let's see what he can throw in the graveyard.
Looks like, yeah, he's playing his Restoration Angels. He's going to throw away Unburial Rites and Thragtusk.
Okay, well, he's still looking for that angel to put in his graveyard. Okay, Temple Garden pays the 2 life. Mulch. There it is. There's the red source that he needs for Faithless Looting. There's an angel that'll work out really well in the graveyard. And a Grizzly Savage.
So not a fantastic mulch, but I think it's going to be... Eric's not unhappy with it. He picked up 2 valuable pieces. A red source and angel in his graveyard.
Especially next turn if he can Faithless Loot away and Unburial Rites. Okay, Rob stuck on lands at 2.
No, he's not stuck. He's on the draw.
Oh. Alright.
So the Rootbound Crag enables a Faithless Looting from Eric.
Land, Blood Crypt.
Looks like Bristlebrand. And he discards a Blood Crypt.
So still no Unverialites. It looks like we have Sever the Bloodline in his hand, along with at least 2 other lands. Okay, Grizzly Salvage at the...
It's a Restoration Angel, Lingering Souls, Sever the Bloodline, Olivia Valdarin, Overgrown Tomb. Rob decides to go with his angel, Restoration Angel.
Alright. Okay, so Rob will...
Rob will have the choice. He can either... At minimum, he can flashback Faithless Looting, Lingering Souls. He goes with the Lingering Souls.
Okay. Passes back.
And you see, I believe he played a Woodland Cemetery that turn. And he still had a tapped land, a Temple Garden, that he could have played, saved himself some life.
Okay,
And
so
flashback, yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay, there's an Unburial Rites he has in his hand.
So he, whenever a reanimated player starts discarding lands, you know they're flooded because they want a lot of their spells in their graveyard.
Right, there's an Unburial Rites for Rob. Two to take Eric down to 16. All right.
Yeah, flashback on Unburial Rites. Olivia Valdarin enters play.
He's got 2 Restoration Angels in his hand. along with another temple garden on burial rights. And I cannot tell what his other card is.
Yeah. I'm just looking over Rob's graveyard before I believe he's going to get rid of the Olivia in some fashion. He has Sever the Bloodline, his own Olivia, and his option on burial rights for Angel Serenity, and just take out Rob's team.
All right.
So, for Eric, not the first on the on barrel rights board, but he does have the more powerful targets. So he's quite far ahead after both players cast their first on barrel rights. But as you know, one on barrel rights is not a match make, and we're going to see a barrel rights for Rob, which is, I believe this only gets Vaca. It's interesting.
Now that'll gain him 5 life and put him up to 23. Passes back the turn.
Oh, he's going. He wants a Thragtusk play to start his creature ultimatum. Restoration Angel, Blink Thragtusk. Pretty much one of the most powerful things you can do in Standard, outside of looping Angel of Serenities,
which we saw yesterday.
Yeah. If I were actually Eric, knowing that Rob has one Restoration Angel in hand, this needs to be a 7 or Gristlebrand. That works too. I did not know that. I did not see the Gristlebrand in Eric's graveyard, but that's quite the powerful play.
Okay, looks like he drew a mulch there by Rob.
Yeah, so,
okay. Grizzly Salvage, Dreadbore, Land, and Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah, he only gets a land. I'm not sure what thinking about. No. That's a mulch, my friend. Yep. Yeah, he thought it was Grizzly Salvage for a second, but he does not get to choose a creature. He is forced to take his land.
All right. Setting up the Restoration Angel in his hand with 4 mana.
Yeah, Rob's in actually quite a bit of trouble here. He's facing down 2 reanimated targets, both of them very, very good. He's going to take a hit from Gristlebrand. If you've played Magic before, you know that taking a hit from Gristlebrand is almost always going to spell your doom.
Yeah, he gains now 7 life. He's able to use the ability on it this turn to potentially draw 7 more cards, throw 2 or 3 of them at minimum into his graveyard to build up his graveyard even more, giving him plenty of options here if he so chooses to.
Yeah.
But that swing for 12 will put Rob down to 6. Okay, he is going to play Olivia of his own.
Okay. He's deciding not to draw 7 right away here. So Restoration Angel comes down for Rob, putting him back up to 11, making him a second beast, or a first beast, as it will. And even then, quite the army Eric has going on over there.
His flies and only one of his flies. All right, so Faithless looting?
Yeah,
Okay.
Rob did have the option to cast Sever the Bloodline, but I think he's trying to dig for an Angel of Serenity. Not sure if he can actually live through an attack.
He will take. Well, he can use the Olivia to.
Seal the Angel. Rob does have a second Restoration Angel, and
He throws 2 lands.
yeah, I believe his hand is a mulch. Not sure what his bottom card is, but mulch 2 lands, and that's pretty much it. That's okay. I would have expected Eric to
Jump block. Or ping.
Yeah, ping the Restoration Angel and block the beast, but
Okay.
now we got confirmation that Restoration Angel is a 3/4.
That's usually our Tarmogoyf
Yeah.
total.
They're using that as a vampire marker, basically.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, so he will.
Eric would like a Restoration Angel,
Yes.
so he'll steal one.
And swing in for.
Swing in for. I'm surprised Olivia did not attack. That might have.
Okay, that gets him another beast token, another 5 life, put him back up to 16. The angel will die. I believe we said that Rob had another angel in his hand. I think no, he doesn't now. I thought he did.
I would have cast an angel last turn
I
if
thought he
had
did.
it.
Okay. Overgrown Tomb, pass turn. Rob down to 11, Eric at 22.
Alright, so this is actually
Mulch, land.
Yeah, he's got a.
Or mulch, something else.
Oh, wow. Perfect. No big deal. 2 lands. Umbrella Rights, Angel Serenity. No, Rob Vaca continuing to lead the Charm to life.
For those of you just joining us, this is the semifinals of the Star City Games Open Series in Indianapolis, Indiana. Robert Martin joined in the booth by Adam Prozac. We are seeing 4-color Reanimator with Rob Vaca against Eric Fred. This is game 3. Eric is up currently 22 to 11, but after this Unburial Rights Angel of Serenity play here, we are going to see a dramatic change of the board.
As you see, Angel Serenity at its most powerful, really. Is Eric deciding if he wants to draw 7? I would absolutely draw 7 here. Eric's hand would have to be fairly stacked for him not to want 7 more cards. And he's not. He's going to go to a low life total this turn. He's going to go to 4, I believe, if he draws 7. But he'll have 7 cards. So he's thinking about it. He's at 22. He's facing 11 power from the Thragtusk and the 2 beasts. So would take him to 11. And he's going to draw 7 cards. That's going to take him to effective 4 after Rob's attack. Because Rob's going to get back his Restoration Angel when Olivia leaves play. You have to give back the creatures that she stole.
Right,
and Deathrite Shaman completes the excellent turn for Rob. So it is, I think, yeah, just a land. Alright, so
Eric's going to have to hit something here. Well, there's a Sever of the Bloodline, but that's not going to...
Sever does...
He still has Angel...
The Sever's actually, if Eric has both a Faithless Looting and Unburial Rights. He also has, I believe there's an Angel in his hand.
Okay.
So I believe he can just get his own Angel. But Sever the Bloodline on Rob's Angel is actually a reasonable thing to do here. I don't think he has the time to just cast an Angel. He's facing down quite an army from Rob, and only at 4 life. However, he has every card known to man.
You know, if you like board states where there's lots of creatures on the board, or in this case, lots on one side of the board, you've got it right now. You've got an Angel. You've got Angel Serenity, Restoration Angel, 2 Beast tokens, Thragtusk. You've got Deathrite Shaman. That is, even if he plays the Angel and takes out 3 of the things, he still needs to play Sever the Bloodline to knock off the other ones. Otherwise, he will take lethal.
So, looking through his dozen or so cards in his hand, I do believe you see the relevant cards I saw were Faithless Looting, Angel Serenity, Unburial Rites, and Sever the Bloodline. A flashback Faithless Looting. I wonder if he has that kind of mana. I believe the only red card in his deck should be the Faithless Looting. He should be hard casting that.
Alright, so there goes the Unburial Rites, along with an Angel probably if he has it, which is in there. 4 to cast Unburial Rites, but that, you're right, he messed up the mana there. Alright, he's looking through his graveyard to see if there's any targets.
Imagine it. It's got to be 3 things of Rob's in play. That, I believe it's going to be, depending on what Rob could play, it's going to be Deathrite, Shaman, Beast. But even that's not going to get him anywhere. And I think if that's his only play, he's taking lethal. He's got to do something with his 2 extra lands. Alright, so he has something. Alright, Devil's play the Deathrite Shaman for 2, so
he will go down to potentially 1 if he swings with both. But had he played the Faithless Looting from his hand, he would have been able enough to have the Sever the Bloodline, which he had in the hand, to knock out those beasts, which could have potentially put him in a better situation. But we'll see here what Rob has for an answer. We see a Thragtusk, we see a Blood Crypt, we see a Mulch,
and Olivia. I believe, unless Rob has something good in his graveyard, he's not. Oh, he does, actually. That's an Unburial Rites for Angel. That should do it, right?
He also has a Sever the Bloodline.
In the graveyard?
In the graveyard.
Yep, that should do it.
Yep, there it is. Sever the Bloodline.
That's an easy play. Yep, Sever the Bloodline, Angel. Attack with that, and Rob wins the match, 2-1.
2 games to 1. Rob moving on from our 8th seed all the way to the finals, showing you that sometimes being the 8th seed is not the worst thing on the planet, even though he's been